number is 704-570-1079. What are you guilty of trying, or your husband or a friend of yours that, just too cheap to call out the professional and you just knew you could do it yourself? Hey, Cynthia.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Is this a hair story?
Oh, it's not a hair story. My dad decided he was going to do the electricity himself.
Oh, good.
Yes, he is. He's a real genius when it comes to these things, and won't pay anyone because he knows how to do everything.
Uh-huh.
So he wanted to put a light in for me. I live next door. We lived out in the sticks, not far from you.
Okay.
So we're way out, and it's dark outside, and I would come in from work around 1 in the morning, so he didn't like that I came in and it was dark.
Okay.
So he decided to wire an outside light in. So he did it one Saturday while I was at work, and when I came home at 1 in the morning, there was no light. And I thought, well, okay. Well, when I went to get in the house, the doors were all locked, and we didn't have keys. So I had to go to my parents' house to get the keys. Next door woke him up. He didn't have a key to my house either. You know how it is. We don't lock the doors.
We don't lock the doors.
So all the windows were open. So I went and woke Daddy up, and he came over, and he told me, he said, I don't know what happened with the light. It just wouldn't work. He said, I'll fool with it tomorrow. So I said, okay. So he came in and helped me break into my house. So my dad comes out always. You have to know he's in cowboy boots and a bathrobe.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Cynthia. I just want to savor that visual. And has he got a big gut on him?
Oh, of course.
Love it.
He's a country man with a John Deere tractor, and he's got his terry cloth bathrobe and his cowboy boots.
Yes. All right.
He went through the woods at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So we broke into the house. I got into my house. And needless to say, I had to run to the restroom real quick because it'd take us forever to do this. And he was going back to his house through the woods, and I flushed the commode. Well, when I flushed the commode, the house rocked, and I saw a huge glow of light through the front of the house.
Wait a minute.
Someone broke the toilet.
Wait a minute. You flush the toilet, you hear a rumble, and what is it you see?
There is a huge glow of light that I can see out the window in the front of the house.
Like a transformer blowing?
Well, we thought, what in God's name is this? I went running and went out the back door because I was so scared. And now here's Dad running through the woods in the cowboy boots and bathrobe.
And the bathrobe flapping open.
And all he's screaming is, what'd you do? What'd you do? And I'm screaming, I flushed the commode.
Someone broke the toilet.
So right in the tree had been wired directly to the well underneath it. So when I flushed the commode, it kicked the power onto the well.
Oh, my God.
And it blew the tree up because the light was a 110 light and the well was a 220. So it blew the whole tree up.
It blew the tree out of the ground. And, your neighbors are going to think, what did she put down the toilet? What did that girl eat? Oh, I love it.
So all we have to do out there is flush the commode and we can blow a tree up.
Oh, I love it. So what did it end up costing you to fix all that?
Oh, well, we were lucky it was just the tree. We had him come back, and we let him cut the tree down. We did allow him to do that the next day. The tree, it looked like, when this tree, it was fall, so all the leaves, were already coming off the tree. So it looked like the second coming of Jesus. This burning bush is out here. This is going up. So we didn't have to call the fire department. We put it out.
Oh, so it was on fire. So not only did it blow the tree out, it launched the tree like a rocket-propelled grenade. It was...
Exactly.
How big was the tree? Was it a sapling? Was it a big...
Oh, no, it was a big oak tree.
It was a big, like a mature...
Oak tree.
Like what?
Mature tree.
50 years old? Something like that? Like a big...
Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, my God.
It was at least, it was a 35-foot tree, 35-foot tree. It was a huge tree.
Anthony, that tree was as tall as Shakira. If she had Shakira in the backyard by the well...
She would have blown up.
She would have launched Shakira. It would have been... Yeah. That is the funniest story I have ever heard. And so and I love the fact that your dad immediately tries to assign the blame to you, like, well, what did you do?
What did I do?
I flushed a toilet. You're the idiot who hooked up the electricity from the tree to the well.
So we had to. So now, anytime Dad wants to do electrical work, all we have to look at, we'll just go flush a commode, and he knows real quick what we're saying. It's no, we're not an electrician. That's okay.
You just can't make this stuff up. Cynthia, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. Oh man, it's like a 35-foot tall oak tree.
That would make a great topic. Have you ever flushed the toilet and blew something up?
Ever blew something.
Call now.
I just love that he rigged the power. I mean, that is just, that is so.
From the well. Where can I get power? The well.
Yeah, and two completely different. Oh, my gosh. If you can beat that, don't even try to beat that story because you can't.
Nobody can. We've done this show for 3 years. That story is the best.
It is the best story of all time. So the number 704-570-1079. Tell us what you
That's better than Alan Come Back.
That is Alan Come Back. I don't know. That was a pretty good story. That was when you can make somebody believe that a goat's talking, hiding, and your little brother's petting the goats, and the kid walks out of the barn, and then you go, Alan, come back. He can talk!
Yeah, but she flushed the toilet and blew up a tree. You can't beat that story.
I mean, launched the tree, the tree came completely out of the ground, and then it was on fire. But they didn't have to call the fire department.